Welcome. Today we are speaking to our MorningStar partners and our future partners. We are looking to connect with you in so many different ways, and how we're going to do that is we are going to try to provide you with more contact points, more information, more quality as we move forward. Today we do have something that we are going to show you at the end of this video, but we just wanted to take a few minutes, Rachel and I, and talk to you about how Partners has impacted our lives over the years and what it really means to be a MorningStar partner. So, Hun, what did it mean for us? We were remote for such a long time. I mean, many years we supported the ministry, we donated, we were regular givers, we tied to this ministry even though we were part of another body. How did that make you feel connected to MorningStar, and what was the impact that you felt that you were a part of?
Partners was a lifeline for us because we were so far away. Our desire was to be here in person. We were unable to make that happen for a really long time. And I felt connected through the partners department. I loved getting information about what our support was doing. And as a mom who didn't have the ability to go out and, preach the gospel all over the nation, somebody spoke here, I think it might have been Tom Hardiman, about staying back with the baggage and getting the same reward.
Rick has mentioned that multiple times.
Rick has as well. I don't think I'd ever heard it spoken in that way. And as a mom, as I'm washing dishes and changing diapers and ironing clothes and everything, my support of through MorningStar Partners, I was sending missionaries to other countries, and that really had an impact on me. I felt like while I was at home taking care of our family, I was also reaching people for the kingdom, even though I wasn't able to go there in person. And Partners was that lifeline to me while we were in Pennsylvania so far away.
I just remember after I took over the Partners Department, I came across this little pamphlet, and it was just this 3 or 4 folds in it, but there were these infographics and all this fun little information. And when I mentioned it to you, you were like, oh my gosh, I remember those. I love those.
Yes.
And that's the kind of content that we want to start to provide to you, because she said, yes, we were giving $25 a month, especially, and that was a sacrifice.
It was
at one point for us, but we were faithful in that. And every single time she got one of those things in the mail, she said, "Look, Micah, these dollars are going to somewhere overseas. These dollars are going to revitalizing the Bob Jones Vision Center, talking about MorningStar University, and there's just been so many points of connection that we've had, and from afar, we felt as if we were still here and a part of what was going on. So I just thank you for being a partner, and I want to thank you to all the future partners out there for being here with us, whether you're here physically, you're here prayerfully, or if you're here just financially supporting the ministry. We live because of your support, and we are here not to serve you. We are here to serve the Lord,
yes.
But you are partnering with us in that serving. So thank you so much. There's nothing that we can do. There's no token that we can send you that could say thank you enough. They all seem like small gestures, but just understand how much we value you as partners and future partners. It's not too late. You can jump on this ship, because we're going to bigger and better places, especially in this coming year. We're really excited. But what we're going to do is we are going to show you, Elaine Rensink is a daughter of one of a long-time employee here at MorningStar, and she runs Lespri Ministries, and she's having a huge impact on the nation of Haiti. I think she has like 200 kids, and they're looking for a house. They have free schooling. There's such tremendous impact. I'm going to do a disservice if I try to explain things to you. So what I want you to do is stay tuned for a little while. We're going to catch up with you after this, but check out what Elaine has to say and see how your financial support is impacting the nation of Haiti.
I am currently serving in Leogane, Haiti, and it's a wonderful city where the Lord has prophesied that His glory is going to fall on that city in Haiti and cover the entire country. So that's the reason that we serve and work in Leogane. Right now we have a free school for 210 children as of 2025. All 210 children are receiving a free education, 85% of which would not be able to get an education and continue to progress in their education any other way. We have students grades first grade all the way through 10th grade with a special class avancée. And class avancée is a wonderful class for students who are 10 years old or older who've never been to school before. You could call it like a second chances class, where they get to study first and second grade in a single year and reintegrate into school. The importance of this is that other schools do not offer students who are 10 years old or older, who've never been to school, any other chances at life or at their education. So Classe Avancée is like a second chance at life, a second chance at getting an education for those kids. I'm Elaine Rensink, and I'm the president and founder of Lespri Ministries in Haiti. In our free school, we are actively discipling our students. And we've been having revival. As of last November 2024, we've had students spontaneously worshiping God for up to an hour and a half. We've had to stop class several times. We've been having revival in our student body. We have a woman who functions as a youth coordinator, but really she's more like a youth pastor on our campus, who is pastoring our 100 youth that we have on campus. We do daily devotions with our school. We do weekly devotions that are more in depth with all of our youth, and it's wonderful. And I just absolutely love the school project. A day in the life on the missions field. Right now, because our family had to evacuate from gangs last year, we have to commute to our mission base. We live about an hour away. So for me, a day in the life would be waking up at 4:45 a.m., getting my children up and ready for school at 5 a.m. We leave the house at 6 a.m. in the morning, and we drive for an hour to get to our missions base. Once there, I start falling into talking with various staff members, office work. At 7:30, we have our devotions with our students, and we'll tell a simple Bible story or communicate a simple moral principle that our students really need. After that, we dive into youth class at 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and we go in depth with 2 classes of youth. It could be 6th to 7th grade, or 8th to 9th grade, or our 10th grade class, and we talk to them about the subject of the week. The subject could be, recently it's been business, and the last week right before I came back to the States, we had just talked about many different subjects with the youth inside of those classes. And after that, have lots of meetings with staff and administration, running the school, planning different events that we have coming up. We have some neat events coming up at our school, like a historical day. We also have an active spelling bee that we're doing intercampus inside of our campus. And so planning special events, working on office work. We've been building in a time when a lot of missionaries have been leaving Haiti, and I'm really proud of that and really thank God for that. We have ongoing construction, so I'll meet with construction bosses and things like that. And then at the end of the day, around 3 p.m., our family loads into the car and we go back home. We drive for an hour to get back home. We eat lunch around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and everyone's tired. We all take a break, and then we go to bed around 9. And I help my children with their homework. I've been helping a lot with math, because a lot of my children's homework is in French, and I still don't know French, and I never will, and I never want to. And so I'll help my children with their math homework, and then we'll go to bed around 9, and we get up and do it again the next day. And that's a day in the life of a missionary in Haiti. The greatest needs of the community that I serve are, honestly, our stability. In the last few years, since 2019, Haiti has gotten progressively more and more unstable. So stability is definitely stability and security is the greatest need that my local community has. Other than that, as far as needs of our mission go, it would definitely be support and prayer. We can tangibly feel when we do have prayer and when we do not have prayer covering. We can feel it. So we would very much encourage and invite anyone who would like to pray for us, to pray for revival to continue at our school, to pray for our student body that we're raising up, to pray for my family, for our safety and security, and to pray for our 55 staff that we have down there in Leogane, Haiti. I do have a powerful story of one person's life. There's so many stories, but there's especially one that has stood out to me in 2024. We have children who come from all walks of life in our school, and we've seen many cases of abuse and neglect over the years. last year in December, about 10 days before Christmas, one case came before me that I thought was the worst I had seen so far. There was a sweet second grade girl who came in, and we'll call her Denise, and she came into our school with a gigantic swollen lump on her leg from infection. And the story is that she had fallen on her bicycle. The family had not had enough money to afford even $10 to take her to a local clinic and to put a Band-Aid on the wound, to bandage the wound properly so it wouldn't get infected. The infection had continued to grow and grow and grow. One of our teachers let us know that we had a student that was suffering in class, that she could barely walk because of this infection. Within that very same hour, Lespri was able to send her to the best hospital in our region, and $104 was all that it took to get the infection dressed, get the wound dressed appropriately, and do an x-ray to see if her foot was not broken. Later on, we found out that the doctors had said if this infection had continued, they would have had to amputate her leg during Christmas week of 2024. Or if the family had not been able to pay, she would have lost her life because of this simple infection. And I was just bawling my eyes out in the car after hearing that news and just thanking God that we were able to be there, that every person who has given to our ministry could be there for this little girl and effectively save her life and change her life for good for the rest of her life. To be crippled in Haiti and on crutches for the rest of your life, especially as a woman, carries a lot of significance with it. And the fact that we were there and we could help her was huge, was just absolutely huge. And there's no way to communicate how precious that was and how precious seeing that impact from our mission was this last Christmas. At Christmas time, we saw Denise, we saw this little girl enjoying the Christmas program with the rest of her friends, surrounded by friends, healing, getting healthy, having bandages on her legs. We continued to bandage her leg for several weeks after that and did the follow-up to make sure she was okay. And it was so precious. It was so amazing to see that, as opposed to the alternative, that she could have had the worst Christmas of her life, that she would remember, this is the Christmas that I became crippled for the rest of my life. And I'll never forget that story. And that's my personal favorite story from 2024. How has this work impacted me personally and spiritually? This last season in Haiti has been the hardest of my life. And to say any differently, I think would be to lie. And it's been very, very difficult. Sometimes it's even difficult to spend, as many missionaries have encountered, it's even difficult to spend the time that you need to spend with the Lord to carry the burden that you are carrying. But I've been extremely encouraged. This last quarter, I got to a point in October where I said to the Lord, I really hope that this is for something, because we're going through all of this, we're enduring all of these difficult circumstances. The logistics that we have now are so much harder than they ever used to be because of the situation caused by gangs. And right after I said that, within a few weeks, revival broke out at our school. So it's been watching Jesus move through my life and watching him work. There's no way you can describe that. To know that God is functioning with you and that he is partnering with you to do something, there's a satisfaction that nothing else can bring. To also watch obvious miracles. We've seen almost 1,000 healing miracles that I've written. I counted, meticulously counted how many times people were getting healed. We have almost 1,000 healing miracles that Jesus has done over the years. And to watch our buildings go up on our property. I came to Haiti with 2 suitcases in my hand in 2013 and Jesus. And now we have a property. We have 210 kids in our school who are receiving free education. We have so many miracles that we've recounted. We have so many lives that are being affected and touched. We have so many families that are not burdened by the burden of having to pay for their children's education. It would be an overwhelming burden for a Haitian family to pay for multiple children to go to school and to watch the students come into revival. Yes, it's very, very difficult, and yes, it's very demanding, but it's worth it. And I wouldn't trade it or change it for anything. And it's beautiful to see Jesus move. And it's beautiful to watch him move in the face of everything that's happening. Many, many missionaries have left my region. I would say over 90 to 95% of the missionaries who were in my region have left. And we are growing and we're building at this time and we're moving forward in this time. And I know that that's by the grace of God, the raw grace of God, and nothing else. And the love and support of our donor family and our prayer partners as well. Because without their support, we could not do this. There's no way we could do this. So, and it's God's grace. It's God's grace that we're still there and that we're watching revival break out, that we're watching healing miracles, that we're watching Jesus move.
Isn't it amazing to see what has been going on in Haiti? I mean, she was in a studio here and we had to capture her while she was in-house because she is busy doing the work of the Lord and she's out there doing the things that sometimes we think would be cool, but might just be a little bit too nervous. We're gonna have a part 2. So when it's released, we'll notify you before it's released, but it's going to be pretty soon. But at the end of it, she talks about how you are missionaries. And even if, just like Rick said, if you stay back with the baggage, you deserve the same reward as those on the front line. So every child that comes to the Lord, everything that they learn, all of those things are credited to our account because of our support of the ministry. Mm-hmm. And your donations, your dollar turns into salvations. Your dollar turns into global impact. And this is just one of the many outlets that MorningStar has had in the past. I mean, we have local impact. We've gone, Youth on Fire. They do street missions in Uptown Charlotte. I mean, there's just so many things. Missionaries are in their hometown, they're across the world. And thank you for being a part of this. See, this isn't just a donation. It's a lifestyle of giving, right. And it's fueling impact around the world. So I just want to say thank you again. What can words say? Thank you. But if you want to become a partner, here's how we do it. How did you become a partner?
Oh gosh, it was so long ago.
It was probably mail-in. Right?
I was going to say, I think we were at a conference and I filled it out with pen and paper, or it was a mail-in.
So you can do that. So if you're in person here and you're here on a Sunday, and this is likely airing during our sabbatical, but there is an envelope where you can check a box that says partner and do that. But there's a couple really easy ways. You can text the word partner to 3525-800-800 and set up a recurring monthly donation of $20 or more, and we consider you a partner with MorningStar. And we can get into all the other details like that too, but you can also go on the MorningStar app through the giving tab, and you can go on morningstarministries.org to sign up there. If you want something super easy, because you're like, Micah, you're saying too many words, it is morningstarpartners.org, and then there's a button on there so that you can get more information, and as long as you click that recurring button, you are officially a MorningStar partner, and with that comes the reward. And we're not just saying that because we want your money. As Rick says, give me all your money. But that's not the case, okay? We want you to give what you can give because we know that where your treasure is,
yes,
there your heart is also.
That was so
true for us. And
it's
an investment in the kingdom. So thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you again soon.